Good morning, everybody. I hope this video finds you well. I used to spend a lot of my time in the corporate world. I was Mr. Cubicle. I ended up working at some of the worst companies, I swear to God. And I would get a 360-degree review, and I would experience meager increases, if anything, in salary. Meanwhile, I was being worked to death. Everything had to be done yesterday, and I was always responsible for picking up the ball when others dropped it. Nobody else was, but apparently I was. And there's a constant attempt to mold you into something. Eventually you succumb for survival, to get a paycheck. You succumb to these reviews. And that is how a lot of people become compliant. They become this machine. They start talking babble speak, and they don't speak directly. Instead of saying, "We have a problem at the factory," they say things like, "There's an issue on one of the lines." They tone it down. They don't speak directly. And when you try to speak directly, the rest of the organization becomes ferociously angered at you. When Donald Trump entered the political sphere, the rest of the community just seized on him. Oh, he's not one of us. He's not one of us. He might be wealthy, but he's not one of us. And so you see this stuff over here in Washington, D.C., and the people doing the things that they're doing, and you realize they're in these bubbles of echo chambers, and they might be brilliant, but they are in a machine, acting like cogs in that machine. There's no independent thought. They follow templates of behavior. My cup of coffee, people. See my cup of coffee? Got a couple of emails. All of a sudden, yesterday my computer system completely crashed. Bam! It's still limping along. Bluehost happened to be understaffed at the same time when everything was going to shit. I'm still recovering from it. I've got the Metallicman website up, and it's bare functionality right now, but at least you can see it. And I also ended up getting a shitload, a bucket load of emails from various concerned followers who want to improve me. They tell me not to take it bad, not to take it wrong. One of the complaints was that I slurp my coffee. That's how I drink my coffee. It's hot. I slurp it. Another one is I'm not wearing a tie. I should be wearing a suit. And a tie would be ideal, but I could probably go with an open collared look. Become more professional, you know. Still others say that my videos are too long. Others say that I shouldn't even be doing anything on Patreon. It should all be free. And just let people come and donate at will. I don't think you understand me, people. I don't think anybody here is understanding what the fuck I'm saying. You're not listening. Okay? If I wanted to be like everybody else, I'd be like everybody else. But I don't. I do these videos at 5 o'clock in the morning before my daughter wakes up, and I'm drinking coffee at that time. If you think you want a video without me drinking coffee, it's not possible. I'll just be sitting here hungover, drooling out of my mouth. I'm not going to wear a suit and tie. I got to go to work. I got to earn a little bit of money here. This is my work clothes. These t-shirts are my work clothes. I live in China. These t-shirts are work clothes. It's work attire. Okay? If I was in Hong Kong, yeah, I'd be wearing a suit and a tie because everybody keeps the temperature very frosty cold inside these buildings, but they don't in China. Okay? Know who you're talking to. Know the situation. You know the full scope of things. Understand. For all the amount of time that I put into this, people still think that it should be free. How egalitarian isn't that? Isn't it? It's pretty damn egalitarian, I think so, right? I do things for free, expect nothing in return, right? You want to talk to my wife about that? Want to hear what she has to say? One guy who wrote to me, and he has donated. I checked the record. 2 years ago, he sent me $5, and this year, about 4 months ago, he sent me a tenner. He's been watching and reading Metallicman now for almost 3 years. And he paid $15 to help me out. How much gas does $15 buy? What kind of meal can you get for $15? How long do you think Metallicman can run on $15? What's the breakdown for the cost, for operational costs? Okay? In society, in societies, we act as an organism in the social constraints. If you're part of a Baptist church, before you know it, they're going to start giving you lectures on how you should dress, and women should be wearing dresses, especially Southern Baptist churches, and how men have to look a certain way and act a certain way. And in corporate America, it's the same thing. Generally, there's unwritten and written laws that you have to behave and adhere to. And if I wanted to attract or be part of those communities, those societies, tap into it as a revenue stream, I would do so. For instance, I would market myself in different ways for different people. Let's see, what would it be like? Like this? This is a polo shirt. I might be able to market myself to country club Republicans, huh? Of course, in China, see, you got a little polo logo there. Doo. Of course, in China here, everybody likes to have their collars up. It's the look. Maybe when I go on out to the polo fields, huh? Does it look like I'm smarter? Does it look like I'm more capable? Does it look like I'm one of you? Maybe not, huh? What about this shirt? This is a fine polyester shirt, and it is very, very fashionable. This is a Chinese style. A lot of people wear these things. It's comfortable as all get out. It doesn't fit me anymore. After I had a child, I ended up with a daddy belly. I don't understand it quite way, but you know, that's just the way it works sometimes, huh? While I like it, I'm not comfortable in it. It's not me anymore. It doesn't feel like me. It's not me. It's not who I am. Let's try something different. This is another polyester shirt. I'd wear these things to work all the time. It's also very, very comfortable. But I've kind of moved away from that life, and this shirt, while it's comfortable, does not really fit me. It's not me. Maybe if I put a jacket over it, maybe that'll change things. How's this? A little better? What do you think? Do you think I can really communicate better this way, and that you will listen to me more if I'm wearing a suit or a suit jacket? Maybe perhaps put a tie on? You want me to get a tie on? Hate those things. One of the complaints is that I'm not colorful enough, that I should be wearing things that show more color, show a little vibrance, that if I do that, I will enlighten the audience and show my uniqueness. Maybe I should do that, huh? What do you think, huh? A little color, a little pizzazz? What do you think? Should I be doing that? So, yeah. Kick a guy when he's down. My entire system's completely collapsed. I'm busy trying to get things up and running. Trying to load how to code in PHP, figuring out why my files aren't working. Trying to recover corrupted files. Messing around with the plugins and trying to find out the one that's having problems. Trying to communicate with some Indian chick in India with a terrible, terrible English accent. And suddenly I'm getting all these emails. Now, it's not a flood of emails. 5 to 6 emails isn't a flood, but that's a lot. All of a sudden, everybody wants me to improve myself. Why? Why do you want me to change? Why do you want me to change? How does this work? What's in it for you? You like me? You think you want to improve me? You want to help me do things better? And send me some fucking money. Don't tell me that I should be wearing a tie, okay? And it's that environment, it's that exact environment that has created the fiasco that every single aspect of the United States is going through right now. Groupthink. It'll all be this way or that way if people just conform to fit within their various roles, don't you know? But change is inevitable. I've been moving on, and there are going to be further changes down the pipe. Some of the people who have written to me are yearning for the days of me going back to the good old days of Metallicman. And that's not going to happen because change results in different things happening. I can tell you that Metallicman is pretty much sunsetting all this new beginning stuff. The new beginnings of the Ukraine crisis is all wrapping up. There isn't that much I need to add. I got a couple of articles in the pipe. I'm going to pop them out. That's it. I've got a backlog of science fiction stories and art that I'm going to put up. And if you're a patron, you know that I've been ferociously documenting the quantum effects of soul. And if you're not a patron, well, you're fucking out of luck. All right? Sorry. You want to know about Majestic? You want to know about Domain? You want to know what I did? Okay, the free stuff's up there. The good stuff, the stuff you have to pay for, well, you got to pay for it. It's going to be on Patreon. I've read this story here. I've told this story many a time, and I'm going to repeat it again. When Google first started becoming very, very successful, they offered free sodas to every employee. There was vending machines everywhere. The company bought the sodas, and people could just go there, scan, or however they did it back in those days, and soda came out. They didn't have to pay for it. And what the owners of Google realized is that there's all these empty sodas all over the place. Meaning, you pop a top, you take a sip, and you set it down. And then when you want a fresh one, a nice icy cold one, you go and get a brand new one. An extreme amount of waste because the soda had zero value. People were just treating it as nothing because it held no value to them. Since then, they have changed their policy, and you have to pay a small amount for the soda. I mean, just ridiculously small. But a quarter, 25 cents is 25 cents, and somebody's going to finish that soda for 25 cents. If you want things of value, you're going to have to pay for them. It sucks, I know, but that's the way it is. As far as the videos go, I'm going to be slowing down on the videos. I'm going to be speeding up more stuff on Patreon. And that's just the way it's going to develop. I've got a lot of the domain commander stuff. That stuff did not go away, and it's getting very interesting what he, it, she has to say. Patrons are the ones that get to ask the questions and get to see the answers. It's not a lot of money. If you can't afford $5 a month, people, then you are in a real sad shape. Certainly, I could use some more money. But, you know, a lot of times, and I'm just speaking really bluntly here to you guys, I do all this stuff really a lot of stuff, and I'll get a donation here and there. But the hassle for it, the troubles of it, doesn't seem to be worth it. I just want to get drunk and eat some steak, okay? This is real talk, guys. Okay, just real talk. For those of you who do donate, you're appreciated. For those of you who sincerely want me to improve, also appreciate it. I do appreciate it. What I really find really very curious is all these emails came at once. I don't think they were concerted effort, but what's the odds? All of a sudden, 5, 6 people decide from all over the world to tell me to change. What's up with that? Why didn't you tell me last week? Why didn't you tell me last month? Why now? What's this big flood? Am I doing something really bad? Suddenly? It really upsets a lot of people suddenly? Keeps my head scratching like this. Scratching. Is it group think? Are you all part of like a group thought? This group think organism? Is that what's going on? You're part of this group think thing? Got me. But even in those complaints and the suggestions for me to improve, there's some good stuff in there. Keep the video length down. That's coming. I'm going to try to keep it down. Another thing is stop spending so much time on new beginnings. Maybe break that down, say once a week, if anything. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm going to do that. The idea of wearing a tie, I don't think it's a good idea. It's not me. I don't wear a tie. I'm not going to dress up for a video only to take it off to go to work and do real work. Okay, so ties are out. Same thing with a suit coat. Forget about a suit coat. As far as the background, I could put a computerized background on the back. I need to get a green background there, and then I can put up different backgrounds, maybe an IKEA living room or something that looks like I'm in a fancy hotel room or something. Maybe that might be a little bit better. That's an idea that I'm toying with. It's not a bad one. Okay, it's not a bad one. It's a good idea. As far as some of the other technical requests or suggestions, I think a lot of them are pretty good. I got to avoid clipping. I'm trying to keep the volume up high enough but prevent the clipping, so I'm working on that. That goes on my post-processing. When I get a chance, I do the best I can. All right, I don't have a lot of time on my hands, okay? Try to do that. Another thing is special effects and everything. Yeah, they're nice, okay? I can add some special effects if you really want to. Do you really think I need to do some special effects? If the situation of video calls for a special effect, I'll do it, okay? I'm not an expert in this stuff, all right? I'm learning as I go, all right? So I'll add special effects as they come. Having other people, that's another suggestion. I should have other people come on. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm happy to do split screens and videos with all kinds of people. I certainly would like to get Dagon Magus, DM, Piss Lizard, PL, and some other people on. We can do a split and people can talk about various subjects. That's a very good idea. I just need to put it together. Setting up these various chats and stuff and Instagram accounts and all that stuff, it's all very Western centric. I want to keep my profile on the Western internet as low as possible. So, but But that's a good idea to do that. I understand WeChat is a fantastic WeChat and Douyin are fantastic venues that I already have Metallicman accounts on. Of course, if you're in the West, it's banned, so you're not seeing any of the content there. So I'm going to try to improve my crossover on that area, okay? I'm going to try to improve it, okay? Some of this stuff is ridiculous. I'm not going to change my accent, guys. I can't change my accent. I don't think I could do a British or Australian accent if I wanted to. It just sounds really weird. Okay? I don't know how to do a British or Australian accent to relate to y'all that's out there. Okay? I speak American English. I'm sorry about that. I can't change that. Also, I appreciate the thoughts of me putting on a little bit of makeup, a little bit of foundation, so that I become clearer on the videos. That's a good idea. I don't know how to do it. I'll have to read up on that. But yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good suggestion. I'll think about that. Those of you who don't like to hear the Chinese music in the videos want me to do Western music. If I put Western music in the videos, I get banged up for copyright violations. And the video does not get shown. Also, I also get banged up of our video on certain subjects that I'm not allowed to talk about. YouTube just automatically bans me, just shuts things down. So I got to be very careful on subject matter, what I'm talking, and how I talk about it. That's the way it works in the YouTube environment, and that's just the way it is, guys. I also know that I'm offensive to a lot of MAGNA people. You shouldn't be. If you're living anywhere, you should make that place best for you. If you're living in America, then Make America Great Again is a theme and a concept that you should really embrace. Likewise, if you're living in France and that's what you like, then you should be doing everything in your ability to make it a better place. You smile, you contribute, you do it on your level. It doesn't mean that I'm anti-America, even though I sound like I'm anti-America a lot. It just means that America is doing a lot of things wrong and they need to be called out for it, called out on it. America treated me very bad, and that's just the way it is, okay? There's neither here nor there. Don't take it too damn personally. I want to talk a little bit about some more of the suggestions that people had. Okay. One of the things was people wanted me to become and appear more scholarly, and so that when I start talking about things, I look more scholarly. Well, let's try it, huh? Bet y'all didn't know that I smoke a pipe. I do on occasion. Haven't in a while, with a baby and all, but I'll have you know. Yeah. It's truly a transparent effect when you look upon things in the asotropic realms. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's pretty obvious to me. What about you, huh? What do you think? Think I could pull it off? One of the complaints was about these beads that I use for quanta. They're not illustrative enough. I should be using something more or better, like glass balls was suggested. different kinds of glass balls of sizes and shapes, some frosted, some colored, like marbles. Maybe I should be using glass marbles. Instead of a ball or a bead like this, perhaps a glass marble. What do you think? Is that a good idea? Well, the guy, you're watching this video, I tell you what, send me an email, I'll send you my address, you send me those glass balls, and I'll use them in the videos. How does it sound? And that goes true for you who want me to wear a suit and tie and a coat. This is what I'm going to do. Send me the email again. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to give you a mailing address so you can ship me with my sizes and ship me an outfit to wear, and I'll wear it. Fair enough, right? If that's what you want me to do, go ahead and do it. Reminds me of a scene from a movie once. It was based on a very famous story, which I forget the name of the movie and I forget the name of the story. But in it, this kid's growing up in this family of like 10 other kids, big family. It takes place 100 years ago, and they're in the States, of course. And what's going on here is there's a house down the street, and they painted the house pink. And everybody's houses are white. And everybody's complaining. And so they talk to the father, and the father's like, I will have them change the house. But we asked them, they won't change it. They won't change it. They won't change it from pink. You can ask all you want. He says, no, I'll get them to change. And what he does is he buys a whole bunch of white paint. And he goes up to the guy and says, congratulations, you have won this complete set of 12 cans of white paint, complete with brushes. Complete, it's all yours. And tarps, all yours. You've won it because you're the 1000th customer at Gaylord's department store. And so the guy paints his house white. And everybody's happy because he conformed. Pretty cool, huh? Yep, that's the way it works. If you guys got any good suggestions, give them to me. You want me to buy something new, change something different, then you pay for it. I'll put her on and I'll wear it. You want me to have an effigy statue over there showing the Virgin Mary? Buy me one and I'll set one right there. Okay? Happy to do so. Happy to do so. And for those of you who yearn for the days of Metallic Man back again, well, those days will never happen because Metallic Man is constantly changing and evolving. But yeah, I get it. I am tired of the New Beginnings directories just like you are, and soon it'll switch to the Taiwan directories, but those are going to be short-lived ones. It's going to happen really quick. And there may not even be enough time for me to start doing stuff in that. And as far as everything else goes, like I said, I'm switching for a more profitable model where maybe for 40 hours worth a week I can make 50 cents. Okay? The other day I spent a lot of time fixing my computer, trying to get it up and running. And takes a lot of time, and I'm still fixing it. You'll notice that some functionality in the site is missing. That's intentional until I figure out what's going on, but there's a lot of things that completely cluster bombed to the site, and I'm fixing it. It's just a coincidence that I'm having all these people telling me how to improve the site at the same time when the site is down. It's such a coincidence. But I'm taking some of it to heart, so don't worry about it. I'm not going to switch drinking coffee. Sorry. I'm not going to wear a tie unless you buy it for me. And if you want me to change the background, I'm going to do so. I am willing to take some cool suggestions. I'm thinking more of a Star Trek motif, maybe an empty bridge of the Enterprise behind me. You know, and I can sit here. Maybe I'll put a little Star Trek logo there. Huh? How does that sound? Sound good? Okay, that's it, people. Just wanted to throw some stuff out, tell you what's going on, keep you informed. And if you got any ideas what the hell's going on with the website and this group effort to offer me suggestions on how to improve things, well, tell me what your thoughts are, because it's a mess. Okay, with that, people, take care. Be the best you can be. Don't accept any wooden nickels. Be kind to dogs and cats. And remember, people, Pet, I believe in you. I do. I really do.
热闹的街道，自顾自疯狂的寻找，想不想放松去大笑？哦，再不降温会沸腾，孤单的赛道，是不是追赶着解药？闯不闯人总会变老，哦，绝不继续犹豫了，别惹红。 指引我迈往新的篇章，迎着风，守住一方，我把信念流浪，直到披荆斩棘，战斗后依然顽强的证明，在我心底，全力演奏着开始的指引。起伏的欢呼和尖叫，拥抱着瞬间的美好。哦，需要掌声不远灯，音乐在环绕，烟火是激动的心跳，每个人都应该听到。哦，无法降落，陶醉了，直到披荆斩棘，战斗后。 新的篇章，迎着风，守住一方，我把信念流浪，直到披荆斩棘，战斗后依然顽强。